Good evening, Jeffrey Combs. It is 2 Tuesday. Good to be here with you. It'll be a short Facebook Live. It's been a long, productive day in the GMS Studios, Golden Mastermind Seminar Studios. Did a Facebook Live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and here we are at midnight, 12:02. Good to be here with you. So if you're watching this on replay, please let me know. Thank you very much. And if you're here tonight, gratitude for you being here tonight. Wayne Clark, good to see you. Topic for tonight's Facebook Live, and if you do look at the promotional piece, I have a beautiful picture on forgiveness. You can go ahead and take that picture and post it for yourself as a reminder of the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a very, very liberating experience as you begin to forgive others and forgive yourself for errors in judgment you made, traumas you've experienced, violations, and shame you hold on to, and guilt that other people have placed upon you. And as you begin to forgive yourself, you're actually raising your level of consciousness. When you don't forgive, what you're doing is you're holding on to the trauma. You're holding on to the events. You hold on to the people. You can end up resenting people and holding grudges, being in envy and other situations that will continue to sabotage your success and your ability to be your highest self. This is one of the few books I own on forgiveness. It's a very, very undeveloped topic. I have practiced the art of forgiveness and taught it for 27 plus years, and it is a major component of all 12-step programs. Step 8 and 9 in 12 steps addresses forgiveness, and it's also called making amends. And as you become skilled at making amends, you are letting go. You're separating your feelings from the events that shape them. As I said, it's a very liberating experience, and it allows you to transcend consciousness because you're casting the burden. You're letting go of the feelings you hold on to. You're letting go of the people that you still resent. You're letting go of your own shame for events that you have stuffed, feel uncomfortable about, don't want to talk about, and these also are repressed and suppressed feelings. And as these feelings are letting go, the body begins to change. The body's letting go of the repressed feelings that it's held on to, and the healing process begins. So your neck and back pain can begin to heal itself. Multiple areas of your body that the body has held on to the trauma, the lumbar, the upper cervical, the back, feet, many places that the body will stuff and store pain. And as you're addressing the mind-body connections that shape the feelings, you are virtually letting go. You are separating your feelings. I mean, it is like you're transcending consciousness. And forgiveness is a skill. And so when you're forgiving and you ask someone forgiveness, you don't tell them a story. You don't make up excuses, because if you do, you're just lying. And forgiveness is rigorous honesty, and forgiveness should be in a very simple statement. And you're asking the person to forgive you for what you've done. There's also a risk because the person may not forgive you. So this is when you do forgiveness in step 9. You can do it from afar. You can write a letter. You can burn the letter. You can pray. You can meditate. And step 9 is when you don't go to the person because it could cause more problems. And what you do is you ask for forgiveness and surrender through God, through a letter, through multiple means. And this book will assist you with this, or any of my content will assist you with practicing the skill of forgiveness. It's a very, very, as I said, very, very healing exercise. And as you begin to practice forgiveness, what you're doing is you're moving into higher levels of honesty, which is truth, and you're able to tell the truth without feeling ashamed. You're able to make the amends without worrying about the outcome, and you're able to do it in a relaxed body. And as you become better and better at it, you can neutralize your feelings quickly by asking for forgiveness. When you create an error in judgment and you know you've done it, rather than avoid the situation, you want to address the situation and ask that person for forgiveness, provided you feel it won't cause you more conflict. And there's just certain situations that don't merit doing forgiveness in person, and that's on step 9 of 12 Steps and 12 Traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous, or of any 12-step program. Step 8 and 9 is amends and forgiveness. Step 8 is when you actually write it, or you actually call the person, meet with the person. Step 9 is when you do it from afar. because it may injure yourself or others by going into that state that you are now escaping. So in the book Radical Forgiveness, I'm going to go ahead and look at the table of contents here. And the praise from this book comes from, it's amazing. Carolyn Mace, John Bradshaw endorsed this book. It's just an amazing, amazing book. Catherine Ponder. And so the introduction to the book, so right here, the Radical Release Letter, Breath Work, Workshop Masters. He does workshops. This is Colin Tippin. So Radical Healing, one of the best, right here, Jill's story. I've read this several times. If you read this, Jill's story is about the story of forgiveness. And he covers the mechanisms of the ego. He covers a lot of content that Hawkins covers. Hawkins also covers forgiveness in the book Letting Go, because the power of forgiveness allows you to transcend consciousness. What most people do is they hang on to their feelings and events, and then they're afraid to let go of them, which then keeps recreating the payoff. As you move into higher levels of consciousness, you're not the mind-body connection of events that shape your feelings, and the forgiveness is actually creating the allow space. That's the vacuum law of prosperity. So as you're creating the space from forgiveness, you're allowing the space of prosperity to be open to you now. As you're healing trauma bonds and healing relationships and letting go of the stories you've held on to, it's allowing you to access the quantum field. And so this is where, because of the events you let go of, there's high probabilities you'll create other synchronistic events which will now flow to you because the space is open. The space that you've held on to for years, days, months, lifetimes, as you begin to heal those trauma bonds and panic patterns, and then the violations, the perpetrators who have violated you and have perpetrated you, and you begin to forgive them, and you don't hold a grudge. You're not in envy of other people, and you're in a place of humility where you are actually fostering this change that allows you to transcend consciousness. If you're watching this on replay and you'd like to speak to me one-on-one, feel free to go into Messenger and send me a message. I would be honored to speak to you on a Breathe, Release, and Let Go Tuesday evening. Thank you very much for being here.